Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's well. And so I'm coming live from Sydney, Australia. It's the 12th of January 2021, and what's the time? 12:15 p.m. And it's Tuesday. What I want to share with you something very quickly. I was watching a video, and I love Jim Rohn. So for anybody, I'm sure most people know Jim Rohn, but for those that don't know him, he's one of the top motivational speakers in the world. And he was actually Tony Robbins' mentor and was a huge inspiration for him. And he basically created who Tony Robbins is today. I mean, didn't create him. Tony Robbins is very talented, but I think he was the inspiration for what he does. So I was listening to one of his videos, and Jim Rohn was talking about so a lot of people may not succeed. Let me just turn off my okay. So there are people in the world who may not succeed the things that they want, whether it's the ideal body, whether it's finding that dream partner, whether it's selling more, whether it's selling in their business, growing their business, or whatever it is. And it's because he says that they don't have a strong character, and they go through life, and it's all about the character that you develop in your life. And he has these, and he calls it the 4 imaginary gauges or 4 imaginary measurements where you can measure your character. And sometimes it will be painful. So I'm going to take you through the 4 measurements. And I want you to think about, on a scale of 1 to 10, where you are with those. Now, think about something that you want in your life, whether it is the ideal relationship, or the sales success, or it's that business, or whatever it is, or quitting your job, or losing the weight that you've wanted to lose for 10 years and you've been telling everybody that you want to lose. And then I want you then to evaluate yourself. And I'm going to give you the 4 character measurements. And I want you to think about, where do you fit in regards to those 4 character measurements? Now, there are some things that you might be doing really well in, and some things that you may not, and you haven't been able to achieve those goals. So measurement number 1. So on the right-hand side of a piece of paper, I want you to write the word refusal. And on the left-hand side of the piece of paper, I want you to write the word complacency. So on that measurement, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you fit? And let me explain to you what refusal is and what complacency means. Refusal to not be the best at what you do. Refusal to not work. So I refuse not to work to the highest standard I could in my work. I have the refusal to not give up, even if it doesn't go my way, even if I don't make those sales, even if I'm not successful at what I want to do. I am refusing to ever quit. It's that simple. And on the other hand, the other side, which is, the other scale from 1 to whatever, that's complacency. So think about the goal that you want to achieve. Where is your level of complacency? So not really caring if you do a good job or not really caring if you get it or not. Having, for example, some people have a good enough body and they would like to lose weight and have, a good summer body, but it's okay. So it doesn't really matter. There's not enough leverage or pain. So they become complacent of what they want to achieve. And that's okay. I mean, if you don't want it bad enough, that's okay. So, but sometimes you might have a sales job and, you're doing good enough, just good enough not to get fired. But where the top performers, they refuse not to be the best. They refuse not to make the top sales. They refuse not to make a lot of commission. They refuse not to put their products and services out there to help more people. Okay, so then the measurement number 2 to gauge. So on the right-hand side of the piece of paper, I want you to write the word decision. And on the left-hand side of the piece of paper, I want you to write the word maybe. So decision, you are going to take that decision to achieve your goals. And it's not a maybe I want to lose weight, or maybe I might lose weight, maybe I might not lose weight, maybe I might meet my dream man, maybe I won't, maybe I'm gonna succeed in my business, maybe I won't. Because that maybe is because in our minds we have our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. In our subconscious mind, we're sending these mixed messages and we're not congruent with what we want. So you have to take a decision with absolute certainty. I'm going to take this decision. I'm going to commit to that. Imagine somebody walking down the aisle and they're walking down the aisle, but they're not sure if their marriage is going to succeed. Now they get to the whatever, the priest or whatever, and they're saying yes, but in their heart and in their mind, there's no congruency. It's really a maybe in their heart. And they go into that marriage. Do you think that marriage is going to be successful? Absolutely not. And this is the same with your business, with your weight, with your health, with your relationships, whatever it is. So I want you to think about where you are on that scale of 1 to 10 based on the goal that you want to achieve, or whatever it is that means success to you in life. Okay, number 4, on the right-hand side, I want you to write the word want. And on the left-hand side, I want you to write the word apathy. So want, how much do you want it? Okay, it's that desire that you want it and you're going to do absolutely everything, but it's that I want it and there's nothing that is going to stand in my way. And the level of want. But on the other hand side is the apathy. Like apathy means that I want it, but it would be nice to have, but you know what? I don't really care. And you see that people that want something, whether their child is, really big and they travel the country in the world to make sure that child is going to get cured and they're going to live, or people that want to make those sales and they make all those calls and they make the extra calls and they probably don't even know what they're doing, but they're making the calls and they're making it happen. So you need to have that want inside your heart and soul that you want it and it's going to happen. Okay, number 4, on the right-hand side, write the word promise, and on the left-hand side, write the word fear. So promise. The promise that you are going to make to yourself that you are going to achieve. It's not, you know what, Rana, yeah, okay, so we are going to lose that 5 kilos. And I've done it so many, don't get me wrong, I've done it so many times and I've failed so many times because I had the fear of, I don't have the time, or I don't really know, like there's a lot of pain, or do I want to give up all those nice dinners, going out in my social life, blah, blah. That was my fear. But once you make the promise to yourself, there's no going back. I'm going to make the promise to myself that I'm going to make those sales. I'm going to make my dreams happen. I'm going to move to my dream house. I'm going to, whatever it is that you are promising yourself. And Jim Rohn uses a really good example. He uses the example of a child when they are learning to walk. There's no fear. They make that promise to themselves that they're going to walk, although they keep on falling down, although they cry, although it doesn't work the first time, but they have that promise to themselves that I'm going to eventually walk. So they keep on trying. There's no fear and there's no maybe, there's no apathy and there's no complacency. So you have to imagine that you are like that child that you know that it's going to happen. You've promised yourself it's going to happen. However, you don't know how it's going to happen, but I promise you, Rana, or I promise you, whatever your name is, John, Mary, whatever, I'm going to make it happen for us. Okay, so because at the end of the day, it's about that absolute certainty and conviction and burning the boats, as Tony Robbins says. You have to burn the boats. You want to take the island, you need to burn the boats, and there's no going back. Sometimes we have the fear of quitting our job, and and I understand it's or some people, they're not happy with their job and they're like, they have this fear, or some people, they're not happy with their relationship, but they have a fear they're not going to find better, or they have the fear that they're not going to be okay. Some people have the phone that they are going to fail on the phone. Whatever fears you have, it's about really believing in yourself, and it's about conditioning your mind, because those 4 quadrants are good for your self-awareness to rate yourself. Okay, where am I with the refusal to give up? Where am I with taking that decision and making that commitment that I'm going to make it work? How much do I want this? And am I breaking my promises to myself? Once you measure yourself in those 4 quadrants, then there's a lot of work. There's a lot of things like meditation, writing your goals, taking action, visualization, repeating our words, manifesting the words into your life, whatever it is that you want. And I know that at the end of the day, this is a sales page, and I'm a sales trainer. But it doesn't matter what you want in your life, whatever you want to manifest, and it all works, whether it's sales, whether it's your health, whether it's your relationships, it all works. And a lot of people, I feel like, once things don't go their way, they don't have the resilience to keep on going. And it is hard. I mean, I've failed, to be honest with you, I've succeeded pretty well from what I wanted in the business wise, but there's a lot of things that I wasn't certain about, whether it's to find a relationship or whether it's to have, there were things like, oh, I kept on repeating the same programming in my brain. And then I'm like, okay, once I need to do the same work for all aspects of my life, not just, and some people, they're good with the relationship aspect, they're good with the health aspect, but they're not good with their business aspect of making money. So it's about recognizing where your weaknesses are and just going for it. Anyway, I do highly recommend Jim Rohn's work. Look him up, he's amazing. I would listen to him almost every day if you are stuck in a rut, and he will help you pull out of that. Thanks for listening. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. Happy New Year to everybody. And I'll see you on the next live. Thank you.